Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Life with Klikai. I've got a very tired Copper and a very tired Sky here. Right guys? Not feeling very energetic? No, just want a nap. So we've just got our second delivery of Butternut Box and I thought I'd do a YouTube video basically giving my review of Butternut Box and my impressions. So Butternut Box are a UK based company and they do home cooked meals, and if you guys are long-term subscribers to my YouTube account then you'll know how important and how much I appreciate and value home cooked dog food as opposed to kibble and wet food and other types of dog food. For Copper and Sky, this really is what makes them excited about their food, and also probably more importantly, it actually goes down really well and we haven't experienced any stomach issues, and their picky ways are a thing of the past. So Butternut Box have 4 different recipes, and in their recipes 60% of the contents are meat and the rest is fresh vegetables, and it's all responsibly sourced, which I think is a great thing to know as a dog owner, that your dog is getting the very best nutrition. Like the other dog food delivery companies that I previously reviewed in this channel, their meals are customized to Sky and Copper specific needs, so I had to enter in a questionnaire which included putting in their age, their breed, their weight, their activity level, any potential allergies they have, and a few more key bits of information that they need to know about Sky and Copper. And what I really like about Butternut Box is that their meals come in pouches, which is similar to a service that we used in the USA and Copper and Sky really loved. And more importantly for us, we found it great because it was easy to store in the freezer. So those were some of the reasons why we decided to make the switch to Butternut Box. And I have to say, the first box was a big hit. Sky and Copper loved their meals. Thankfully, the transition was pretty smooth. They were still really excited at dinner time. Every time I opened the fridge, they were over to me, expecting me to take out a pouch of food. When it goes into their bowl, all was gone. They licked each other's bowls afterwards just to make sure the other one hadn't missed something. So we were really thrilled to see it was business as usual. They really love these Butternut Box meals. So it gives me the confidence to give this review today and hopefully inspire or encourage some people who have experienced picky eaters or fussy dogs or dogs with stomach problems, and maybe this could be a solution for you guys and you guys would like to give it a try too. So other things that spring out to me immediately is obviously Butternut Box. In the first box they had a lot of lovely little personal touches, so there's very much kind of like a family feel to Butternut Box. You're becoming part of a family. It's not just like a company or a corporation. I like that kind of personal touch that they have. And even here on the box you can see it says stay at home, support the NHS, which is obviously something that's really important for us right now to be doing, so I love that as well. And I actually made a bit of a mistake on their website when I was ordering their second box, and their customer service is brilliant. I got in contact with them on a Sunday, so I didn't expect to hear back until Monday afternoon. To my surprise, within an hour of sending the message on the Sunday, I'd already got a response and the situation had been resolved, much to my delight. So great customer service as well, so I was really impressed with that. So that's the basics covered. Now I'm going to unbox it so you guys can get a glimpse of what's inside and how the packaging looks and how the pouches look.
What's this thing? What's that thing? What's that thing, huh? What's that thing, huh?
Ooh, what was that? So you can see there's a lovely little dog bowl. So if you bring any of their meals out, we'll have a little dog bowl to give them some water too, although I guess we're in isolation, so we may not be going for too many long walks soon, Sky, or hikes, but a great dog bowl always comes in handy. We've got some vouchers here that can get you a discount if you recommend somebody else to Butternut Box. And you can see here when I first open it, I will zoom in on the camera in a second, but Butternut Box actually donate a much needed meal to those less fortunate every time someone signs up. So that's great. You're even doing your bit to help other dogs when you sign up to Butternut Box, so I really like that. So you'll notice they've got insulation to make sure your meals stay nice and frozen when they arrive. And that's especially important when we all get back to work, and again, if we do miss a delivery and it has to stay outside for an hour or two, the meals are going to stay in contact and retain their integrity. We've also got some ice to keep the meals cold, and again to protect their integrity, make sure that when they get into your freezer or into your fridge they're going to be in good condition. We've got Copper here, he's doing his initial inspection. What do you reckon, Copper? You want some Wham Bam Lamb? So Wham Bam Lamb is one of the recipes that we've gone for. You can see why. Copper is already licking the outside of the pouch. So we've got another one here. We've got chow down chicken. Yep, they seem to be interested in this one too. And I think we have a third one. It's a red packaging. And we got Beef It Up. So Copper and Sky love lamb, beef, and they like chicken. They're not really a big fan of turkey, so we stay away from turkey. I just don't want to give them any chance to start being picky and turn their noses up at food, so I kind of mix up their recipes to keep them guessing what's coming every couple of days. And it works really well because they still have that mealtime excitement, which you can kind of see right now, because Copper, you're stuck in the box. You ready for some din-dins? You want some din-dins? You ready for it? You want the din-dins? Yeah, should we go get your din-dins? So we're on the Butternut Box website and we're going to go to build your box. As all my dogs are already signed up, I'm going to call my dog Kleekai for the purposes of this video. So we go to the next step. We'll call Kleekai a girl. We're going to say she's spayed. Continue on. We're going to say that she's an adult and we're going to say that she is 2 years old and 6 months. I love that Butternut Box actually have the option to include Alaskan Kleekai, because that's not always the case with some of the other dog food delivery companies that we have previously signed up to. We're going to say home cooked because that is what my dogs were on before. And she is definitely very fussy, because in my experience Kleekai can be quite fussy with their food. And I really like that Butternut Box give you the option to actually say whether your dog is a fussy eater before you even sign up to them, so you know that they've got your back straight away, which I think is a really good touch. So you got options for what your dog's body type looks like. You got a little bit chubby, a little bit too skinny, or you got just right, so they know how much your dog is going to need. And then you'll also put in your dog's weight, and you can see that they have a variety of options here. So if you've got a Great Dane, they've got you covered. German Shepherd, there's also a Dalmatian. We're moving all the way down the scale. Obviously my Kleekai are quite small, they only weigh 5 kilograms each. Then you can say how active your dog is. So if your dog goes for lots of runs or lots of walks with you, you can include that. Or if your dog just likes to take it chill, there's also that option. I'm going to go for active. Now, Sky and Copper don't like turkey. For some reason, it just doesn't agree with them, and I really like that you're able to include that. And whether they have any health issues. And as you know, Kleekai can have sensitive stomachs, but for now, I'm going to say no health issues. But you have the option to include any health issues they may have. And we're on to treats. You can have lots of treats, some treats. My dogs do get quite a few treats throughout the day, so I'm going to do that, but you have the options here. Then I'm going to put in my name. I'm going to put in my name here, and then we're going to put an email address, but this is not my real one, so if you try and email me here, you're not going to get anywhere, I'm afraid. You also have the option to get some more information from Butternut Box. We'll keep that ticked for now. And we can see our recipes are ready to go. So you get the option to choose which recipes you want, and they've suggested 3 recipes for me based upon the information that I provided: Beef It Up, Chow Down Chicken, Wham Bam Lamb. And as you can see, you can select which ones you want. So select all 3, because I do love to give my dogs variety. And they've also recommended not feeding gobble gobble turkey based upon the information I provided earlier in this questionnaire. So that's cool that it's already taken note. As you can see, it's going to cost me £1.31 a day to feed my Kleekai Butternut Box, and it also gives you an idea of how much room it will take up in the freezer, which is great. Also have frequently asked questions below in case you need more information, and then it also gives you information on how to feed butternut. So I usually feed my dog 3 times a day, so you just have to work out 1/3 of each pouch obviously throughout the day. And we've got frequently asked questions here. And then you lastly have your order here, so you can see exactly what you're going to get: 2 Wham Bam Lamb, 8 Beef It Up, 4 Chow Down Chicken. You can see how much it's going to cost you. This is my first box, so it's going to be discounted. But of course, if you are a Life with Clique YouTube subscriber and you want to give your dog's Butternut Box a try, then enter Life with Clique into the discount code BOX and you'll get 75% off your first box. But please make sure that you are serious about trying Butternut Box, and we'll give it a proper try, as we're trying to recommend it to people who really need it. So as you can see, this is a month's supply of dog food, and we've managed to get it all in one drawer, which never happened previously with the other dog food delivery company that we were using. The pouches really make it much more easier to store away, and they're very efficient with space. So that's great news for us, because like I said previously, we were kind of sacrificing some of the food that we would get for ourselves in order to accommodate the dog food. And we got Copper here waiting for his dinner. Right, Copper, you ready? As you can see, the bowls are ready to go, and I've also got 2 dogs ready to go. On today's menu there is Beef It Up. Here's one I prepared earlier. So this is 1/3 of what Sky and Copper get fed every day. We feed them 3 times a day on the recommendation of our vet, so I just made sure that I got the portions right. As you can see, Sky is ready to eat. She's excited about the meal. Excuse the dog hair on the ground. And Copper is already sat by his bowl, being a good boy, because he knows what's expected of him before dinner time. I always try and get them to sit before they start eating. So the meals are in the bowls, the dogs are being good, so we'll let them eat it. Go get it then. Good girl, good boy. I think Copper's going to win the race. Well, this is still pretty quick for Sky. Usually she really just picks at her food and goes away and comes back, and then goes away and then comes back. We can tell she likes it because she doesn't risk leaving her bowl to Copper, because if she leaves her bowl, Copper will eat all her food. And there's Copper. He's going to lick his bowl absolutely clean, make sure he's got everything. Yep, on cue. Copper making sure Sky missed nothing. So I'd say that was a resounding success. As you can see, they really enjoy the meals, and Sky's going back again. So as you saw, Sky and Copper love the meals, and it's great to see that they haven't had any issues with the food so far. The transition's been so smooth and so simple. It's just like they were with the other food. Still really food motivated, at the fridge, at their bowls at all stages. When it's meal time, they know what's coming, they get excited about it, which is something that I'm really not used to seeing with my 2 Clique, because usually they are pretty fussy. I love the fact that Butternut Box have the pouches. As you saw, it's so much easier to store away in the freezer, and I think they actually represent really good value for what service they provide, and it's much more affordable for me and my wife to be paying that every single month than what we were. So I definitely would give Butternut Box 5 stars, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them to any other dog owner, especially if you've got a dog that is picky or fussy. I know how hard that can be and how stressful it can be, especially during these coronavirus times. You really don't want to have to be going to the vet unless you have to, and also you don't want to be putting the vet at risk unless you have to as well. That's something else to be thinking about. Great that A, Sky and Copper love the meals, B, won't have to be going to the vet anytime soon, sensitive stomach issues are all gone, and 3, that it's delivered direct to your doorstep, so you don't have to worry about getting it in the supermarket or popping out to the pet store to pick up your dog food. It's coming direct to your doorstep. It couldn't be easier to feed your dogs, and it's also got great peace of mind knowing that you're feeding them recipes that are really, really good, full of good stuff, full of human grade quality ingredients. There's no additives or ingredients you can't spell or say, which I think is fantastic, and I've definitely seen the benefit feeding Copper and Sky these meals, because they're healthier, they're happier, their coats look in better condition, they got better energy, and like I said, no more stomach issues. So brilliant. Now if you've watched this video and you'd like to give Butternut Box a try, then we can actually give you a 75% discount off your first order of Butternut Box, and I will provide the link in the video, and I'll put the link in the caption below. And you can also drop me an email at kieran@hellobark.com, or send us a DM on Instagram, Life with Clique, if you would like to get the link to get that 75% discount. And if you have any questions about Butternut Box or dog food delivery companies, I'd be happy to help you guys. I know how stressful it can be when your dogs aren't eating or when they're going through stomach problems, and I'd be more than happy to help anybody who's experiencing that, because I wouldn't want anyone to go through it. It's a really horrible time. I hope that this video has helped you. If you hadn't heard of Butternut Box before, I hope you've got a good idea of what service they provide. If you're thinking about giving a dog food delivery company a try, I hope that I have persuaded you or encouraged you to check out Butternut Box at the very least and see what recipes they have on offer, and whether it would be a good fit for your dog. And if you do decide that you want to give it a try, then make sure to get in contact with me to get the link to get the discount, or else I'll put it in the caption below if people want it. So that's all for me for now. I'm going to go and take Sky and Copper for a walk, but we'll be back soon with another video. So cheers for watching, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Life with Cleekai is our handle. So thanks guys.